Hello, Elite-Nandie here, Nizaso Mahuno with just some points that I've learned in life. So no, it's not like I'm wise, no, not like I know it all, no, but they're just some of the things that I've learned along the way in life. So please like, share, subscribe, follow, and I really appreciate everybody. I'm going to follow. Thank you so much and stay tuned. So lesson number 1 is a friend to everybody is a friend to nobody. You can't be friends with everyone. To be honest, everyone is my friend. This one is my friend, because sometimes you need that shoulder to lean on and to talk to someone. Zakuntima, I understand. Uyambirenge mphani. Wali yose mphalirenge ukwanisikenge. Just have a few friends, just a small circle. That is fine, I think, because if everyone is your friend, everything that is going on in your life, it will be circulating everywhere. So it's better to just have a small circle. I think, to my opinion, just have a small circle and keep it like that. If you feel like you're better off alone, which is fine as well. Sometimes being around a poor circle, it just becomes toxic. Yeah. Sometimes it's good to just be a useless friend. Being too available kwa vantu ukutambula zaunikhalieko na mwana uyu available, ndibwereko ndrama you available, ndipange kucha kuti you available for everything. Umazapeza kuti uzafika pakuvuka, not kuvuka so but it just becomes draining. Vantu havakwizanga kwa iwe whenever they want something. Opportunistic people who are very opportunistic, but they just want something from you. So just be a useless friend. Whenever they want something from you, just tell them, oh, I'm not available. I'm not around. I'm at work. Just give your excuses. Just be useless. Because if you keep being available, you never grow. Both physically, mentally, financially, you don't grow. And how drain, nyosora bas. Nyimbo ya Eli Njushi, lila kuti vichi vampire, tama vampire. They'll just drain you, to be honest. The right people will not make you feel hard to love. The right person, if the right people are in your circle, you don't even if you've got someone, maybe a relationship, you won't even feel so hard. Too much energy. Everything is just, I know each and every relationship every friendship there are challenges, yeah. Sometimes it just becomes too this is just too draining. That's not right. My red flag 2 minutes in and I'm already running already 50%. You just know I think I need to get out of this situation. Point in yake, don't worry about marriage if you can't financially sustain yourself. You can't even feed yourself, you're struggling. Don't even think of marriage. Because if you get married, that's another mouth to feed. In case that partner, you never know. Sometimes you meet someone when sometimes they're financially mature, financially literate. But then sometimes you meet someone who is completely very educated but very financially illiterate. Literacy, finance, and literacy, schools, masiana, completely different. And you judge me, that is true. There are some people out there who are educated with very big papers and my position, they receive a lot of money from Mongole. And there's someone gwira ntchito yake nkhanaye kwalinja ugadi kwalinja vishi akumanga manyumba akupanga business yake akulima everything is fine financially. Nditama zake ndithu kusave ku bank, you understand. That's just, anyway, I just wanted to say that. The other point is consistency beats motivation. daily pala kwacha mahuno from today on apa kumaniruze weight mbweni machero uyo mitanda itatu ya sima iwe ulipa Coca-Cola nge makituntu ulipa vichi like that, you just know it will not work. So motivation, yes, have motivation, but do something about that motivation. Do something about it and be consistent. Ngatuna kuti ine I think ndemba kuseva ndiziseva each and every month ndiziseva 20 kwacha. Each and every mwezi uro sindiseva 20 kwacha ine. And you start saving from January iyo mpaka na December bezo kuti zikuteka ndito. You just know kuti you're being consistency. You're being consistent. Kweni para break mbwe vasuzga wakapanga withdraw yoseira mokuti umanya kuti yapa consistency palije. So consistency beats motivation. You may be motivated, but if you're not sizikupitirira zomwamba upanga motivate zija, it won't work. That's another point. The other point is learn to walk away from disrespect the first time. For example, you're in a relationship. You can just tell. For example, mina kutengera mina out, mina kwa zinzake, mina kujaku kuma nkula mujomu kuyanganira pansi, kukukizga mawedi yokuti mwenamwe. I've ever met people who talk really badly about their partner munhali bombo. They're just okay with that, and then the thing is, if that person disrespects you the first time, just walk away. Just walk away. I've learned this the hard way, because if you stay, the disrespect never ends. It becomes even worse. Another point, be an exception to the rules. What I'm saying is, for example, panopa, and people go, panopa ma Gen Z, ali busy and always ba someone come ma social media. Ma Gen Z, indama zikuwa vuta pasuka no school yangu punzira ku manchito sizupezeka. You understand? The masses are saying kuti ndimene zilili, and they're just addicted to technology, they're just drinking, they're just like that. Be an exception. You can't be an exception. How do you do that? You stop doing what the masses are saying. Akuna kuti alise amenali Gen Z chidakwa. You just quit, or maybe just slow down and be consistent, as I've already said earlier on. The other thing is, at I'm a Gen Z nchito zumwa so and financially we are very, very poor. What do you do about it? As I've already said, you start saving from January, you save 20 pin. By the end of 2-3 years, it won't be 20 pin. That will be a lot of money. You understand? So be an exception. You can always be an exception. Sometimes, and my Gen Z, mabanja ndia kwavuta. Yes. Mabanja mina kuvutadi. It's possible. Some things you can't even change them. You try, but they're not working out. But what can you do? You can work hard. Hustle hard. If nchito kazusowa, find an opportunity. There's a loophole. And today I've got friends. I've got 2 friends, by the way. Wina alikulikoma, wina makawe otino. Ndimanes. Kuma these ladies, I need my bakery. To my bakery, don't mammy. I want a bakery. They're baking bread, my buns, my cake. I want to bake everything. My decoration. And both of them are doing the same things. Decoration, baking. They're selling all these things and they're doing it. They're still on the same level. My business started vuda. You can't just, sometimes it's just so hard, but you need to find an opportunity. However, you can try, just find an opportunity. How do we find opportunities? You read a lot. And we have got opportunities in my social media. We've got YouTube. By YouTube, there are a lot of things that you can read. My business is around Africa. And you can start doing those small, remember, from the bottom level. And then little by little, you go up. Yeah. So those are just some of the points that I noticed. And I was like, okay, let me share with my friends. That's it from me, Elite-Nandie. Thank you.